don't try to fit in so much, you know? Hair routine. I know you guys have been waiting for this. Yo siempre estoy poniéndome vaina en los cabellos. Yo diría que ahora mismo mi mayor inseguridad, crushes were not in the plan. Like, in high school, did you ever feel emotionally drained? My school calendars would look like. I'm just being real. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Grisalys Cruz Lora, and in today's video we're doing a Q&A of questions that my Instagram followers asked. Before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe if I'm ready, turn on the post notification bell to be notified every single time I post a new video, and follow me on all my socials. As you guys know, I film on my phone, so I have my laptop here with all the questions. So yeah, I'm just gonna start answering them. Disclaimer, if the question was asked in Spanish, yo voy a responder en español. Pero si la pregunta fue en inglés, I'm gonna answer in English. Just para que ustedes sepan. Some questions were like the same, so I kind of didn't put all of them. Okay, they included the same topics, you know. But I also have them separated in categories like questions about me, questions about school, my faith, volleyball, relationships, friendships. Like, I get de todo. So we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, first question. When was your first period and how did you deal with it? Okay, so I already thought about this question. So yo más o menos I know what I'm gonna say. So my first period was in 7th grade. I was 13 at the time. So yeah, comparison to like my periods regularly, like that was like my hardest period. Like the cramps were like allá arriba. I was nauseous. I thought I was gonna die, bro. Like, this is not even being dramatic. It was like before lunch, so I was like just going to the bathroom. I remember I always carried with me an emergency bag just with like gum, hair ties, pads, tampons, I already said that. But like with the random stuff ever, like literally you can ask me for anything and I would have it in there. I don't even know how, but anyways, I had pads in there, so I didn't have to ask in the nurse's office. So yo resolví ahí. They already had talked to me about periods in my school, but I don't know if about your school, but in our school they teach us about sex ed, periods, everything. So yeah, anyways, that's how my first period went. After I got home, I kind of like just laid there in bed because my cramps were just so bad. Like, I remember they were so bad. I had to take pills and everything. Yo pensaba que me dio una vaina a mí. Pero then, fast forward to now, we're good. Sometimes, not really like a lot. I get cramps and I have to take pills. Pero I usually just get headaches these days. Next question. What would you tell your younger self if you could? Don't try to fit in so much. When I was younger, I used to like try to fit in so much into certain people. Like, oh, I'm gonna be friends with her because she's popular, or like she got a good status. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's not even important. It's mostly about character. Like these days, I just try to hang out with people that I know that will add to me, like in some way. Más voy a gritar. These days, I just try to hang with people that I know that will add me, or like in a sense better than me in some area. So like they will impact me and I will impact them, you know? So I would just tell my younger self to be careful with that. But I don't regret anything that I went through. Like, I don't regret anything that I went through in my life, because all of that just formed who I am today and like my mindset and like where I am. Anyways, hair routine. I know you guys have been waiting for this, because I was gonna make a separate video like in detail, which I might. If you guys still want it, just let me know. But I'm gonna just show you guys the products I use. So I use this Cantu mousse. I started using it not so long ago, but it's really good. Helps my curls, helps the curls form better. That's what I've noticed. Este nuevo. Like, I've never tried this before. I literally got it 3 days ago. I used it twice. It's good. It's not as good as the Tresemme one, pero in the sense of like, no te va a dejar los curls super harsh, you know? But yeah, I like it because it's like lightweight and stuff. Shampoo and conditioner, I just use the Tresemme ones. They seem to work pretty well. I'm the type of person that doesn't care what the shampoo or conditioner they wear. It's mostly about how you style your curls, the gel, the leave-in, the curling cream. All of that matters. That's what I think. But apart from that, now that we're in the hair topic, let me just answer another question about hair. Porque va con esto. What do you do to protect your hair when you straighten it? Yo siempre estoy poniéndome vaina en los cabellos. Esa es la real. I'm always like inventando hair masks like at home. I'm always like buying gotero or like doing my goteros at home con romero y de todo, because I know that helps my type of hair. Maybe my type of products don't work for you, but definitely give the Cantu one a try, or the other ones. But yeah, how has your work been these days? Okay, so as some of you guys know, I work with my parents. We have a little, let's call it dealership in Jarabacoa, pero the original one is in Moca. That's my grandparents' one. And then my mom set one in Jarabacoa. Then she moved to where we are right now, and that's where I work. It's definitely something in the sense of like, I'm not wasting my time while I start college, and I'm learning about the family business, which is where I'm gonna work at one day, you know? So it's definitely has made me grow a lot in the sense of, this is how you get money. This is how slow things are, or like how fast paced things are. I've definitely learned more about customer service, porque la real es que la gente a veces está desesperada. Pero as a daughter de the people that own it, it's definitely a lot of responsibility, more than the workers. It's working towards my future, towards my like dealership in a sense, you know? Because my parents, I want to take really good care of it, of everything I do. So I feel like there's a lot of responsibility, but definitely there are weeks that it's hard. Porque like a lot of clients are coming in a lot of situations. Tú sabes, like that's just life. That's just life these days. Seguimos. What motivates you to do YouTube videos? Love your vlogs, Billy. Thank you. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at my bios, like description box, whatever. At the end, I always answer this question. Like since my first YouTube video, yo dije, I want to start YouTube because I want to document my life. That was just my like what I wanted to do. Pero ahora, now that I'm a content creator in a sense, I just love making videos. I love editing videos, pictures, graphic design. I do graphic design on the side, by the way, like for some local businesses, like menus, logos, posters, Instagram reels, de todo. Instagram management, yo hago de todo. I literally do anything social media. So, I don't know. I feel like YouTube was like the final step of like, do I really like social media or not? Entonces le di a try, entonces I ended up loving it, y aquí seguimos. La pregunta es, ¿cómo te cuidas el pelo? Estos son los productos que yo uso. Yo ya lo enseñé ahorita cuando reponí en inglés. El de Cantú lo comencé a usar hace poco, pero me ha funcionado y me ha gustado mucho. Este que se llama Rizos, nunca lo he escuchado, pero yo dije, vamos a darle un chance. Y me gusta porque no te deja los rizos como que muy... Como que no como la gelatina, que te lo deja muy duro, tú sabes, en ese sentido. El shampoo y conditioner, estos son los dos que yo uso. Super simple, creo que tú lo puedes encontrar donde sea. Para mí no es la marca del shampoo y conditioner que te hace que los rizos se vean bien, sino el gel que tú usas, el leave-in, la crema para rizártelo, en verdad. Eso es lo que yo digo que me ha funcionado más, porque el shampoo nunca me ha dado una diferencia, si es bueno, si es malo, si es caro, si es barato. Siempre vivo haciendo mascarilla, pero no me van en el pelo porque... hay que ponerse eso en el pelo, mi gente, si uno quiere avanzar. Pues sí, eso es lo que yo hago con lo del pelo. Sigamos con la próxima pregunta. ¿Alguna inseguridad? If you know me, you know que yo pasé por bullying when I was like middle school, elementary-ish. So eso me afectó mucho, pero... We'll probably just talk about this in another video if you guys want to see like my full on testimony per se. Yo diría que ahora mismo mi mayor inseguridad it's like really simple y ustedes no me lo van a creer, but it's my toes, porque I don't know, it's just I don't know, si mi uña de los pies no están pintada bien, entonces como que I don't know, como que me da vaina. Pero esa es una de mis inseguridades, a veces cuando me salen pimples, porque yo a veces me cuido la cara muchísimo, pero como ustedes pueden ver me salen mi granito y bonita, aunque yo me lo cuide y eso. So definitely that's part of the insecurities, pero no diga que I give it too much mind. Any crushes? Okay, bueno, when I finished school, yo dije que this gap semester that I was taking, I was gonna focus on my relationship with God, working, just me. So, crushes were not in the plan. Like, boys are not in my plan right now. It's not that I don't have time or I can fully commit into someone right now. It's just because I feel like it would distract me from where I am trying to go right now, where I'm trying to get. Tú sabes? So definitely, maybe in the future, I don't know what to say, but they're not in my plan right now. So por ahora no tenemos crushes. I don't know if that answers it, but yeah. Anyways, como yo dije, in my gap semester, yo quería focus on God. I wanted to work, and I wanted to focus on me and my family's relationship. I think those are still my top things right now. But instead of work, it's more of like work in the future. Porque I'm working towards my future. Ooh, yo soy poeta, señora. So anyways, it's college updates. I don't really like to talk about this a lot, pero the thing is que la situación está weird because the colleges I applied to, I got in, which is really good, and I'm so glad and thankful of that. Pero it's also a hard decision because right now, top 2 options. I'm in 2 options. Entonces, one is here, one is in the States. Entonces, yo estoy como que un chin lost ahí. But we're just praying and fasting about that. And yeah. Okay, so the next category is school, which surprisingly, I had a lot of questions in this category. So, in high school, did you ever feel emotionally drained? If so, how did you deal with it? Okay, so just for context, when I was in school, I was just involved with so many things, like sports. I was in volleyball, in soccer, I did gymnastics, I did cheer, I did de todo. And then extracurriculars. Yo estaba en ajedrez por un año. Basically, yo estaba en todo. Student council in my senior year, which is a lot, but graduation, fundraisers, eso se juntó. Definitely in a lot of things. That made me like drained in a sense, porque a veces I was tired. I'm just being real. Like, a veces I was tired of so many responsibilities on myself. Y también estaba tutoring kids after school, porque a veces estaba en after school program. Si no estaba en after school program, I was in volleyball. Si no estaba en volleyball, estaba en after school program. So it was a lot. And then managing time with homework and tests. High school, I was in honors in 9th grade, 10th grade, y ya. Pero in those 2 years, it was a lot. Like, definitely, I feel drained. Pero yo siempre traté de buscar como algo to look forward to, you know? Like, this Friday, I'm gonna hang out with my friends. So or hoy tengo art class, which I really loved art class. So I was just looking forward to it. I don't know, trying to look forward to something. That's what I'm trying to say. And eso va con how to be more into school. Like, just make it fun. Like, make it your thing. And por ejemplo, va a ponerme mi ejemplo. With the same thing, art class. I used to love art class. It was my time to be creative and to be me. So I would just be like, okay, hoy no tengo arte, but I'm gonna try to do this during the day that will hype me up, I guess. Or back then we could listen to music in class, so I would just put really good music and try to focus. Y también me ponía little goals that were like reachable, que eran realistic. No que I'm gonna finish a full essay in 30 minutes. You could do that, but Pero just setting realistic goals. Por ejemplo, en cada clase, I'm gonna try to do my best so I don't have homework. So the next day, I might have it a little more chill, that class. You know what I mean? So next question. If all my grades aren't straight A's, should I feel stupid or am I stupid? Of course you're not. Your grades don't define you. I had a teacher. She was my biology honors teacher. And she would always, like, before a test, she would always say, whatever you get on this test, it doesn't define you. You are still loved. And that is the truth. Like, grades don't go to heaven. Like, grades are still important, but they're not, your grades don't define you. That's the general part of it. Anyways, next question. How did you keep yourself organized when you had a lot of schoolwork? I am the type of person that I have, y se lo voy a enseñar. This is how my school calendars would look like. This is how I keep myself organized. I had trips, I had YouTube videos to film. Todo está. Everything is there. And that's just how I keep myself organized. Cuando yo tengo pila de cosas que hacer. I organize myself. Like, if I have a test on Friday, I'm not gonna wait till Thursday to study. Like, if it's like a unit test, I'll study a lesson each day. I have a lot of homework. Like I said, yo trato de hacer the most amount of work I can in school so that when I get home, I don't have nothing. Porque I don't get home till like 7 at night. Like, or sometimes even 8. Like, so I try to do the most amount of work that I can during the day at school. So when I get home, I don't have that much. So I can go to sleep early, have a good day the next day. Because before school, like in the mornings, I used to go to the gym. Wake up at 5:30 go to the gym, then go home, shower, do my skincare, whatever, get ready for school, and then go to school. Some days I had volleyball practice after school or after school program. So my days were full. Entonces I just try to make the most of them as I can in school. Y cuando tengo un free period or the teacher doesn't want to, I would just try to do homework there. Or, I don't know, just try to be productive in the little times that I had. Because think about it. Con todas las responsibilities I had, I did not want to get home to do work. Or, like, just to do school. Like, I'm just going to try to do it in school. So, tengo el otro, like, the next day, más chill, or like I can get a good night's sleep. Not gonna lie, I still have nights where I went to sleep really late or that I wasn't as productive, but it's because I would procrastinate sometimes. This is just me being honest. I would procrastinate sometimes y dejar la cosa por el último momento and then like stress about it, but I will still get it done. Like, trust me, I will still get it done even though I have to have an all-nighter. But I do not recommend that at all. It was really bad for my sleeping schedule and overall for my productiveness during that day. Next question, would you advise dating in high school? Short answer is no, just because you are not ready. Like, you don't know the commitment that it takes to be in a relationship with someone. Get to know yourself at the same time, because teenage years, the hormones, the periods, boys, everything is high. The emotions, todo está high. Would I advise it to the younger girls that ask me for advice on this topic? No. Do they still try to date? Yes. It was the same thing with me. I'm not judging them because I was just like them. And I made poor mistakes. But those mistakes shaped who I am today, like I said in the beginning. But I just don't advise it just because it's not good for you mentally. I don't know. And especially in society today, it's just pushing a lot of things towards you that you're not ready for, that just because your friend is doing that, mucha cosa. So I just don't advise it overall. And I just feel like I already covered on everything about organization, school, tests, studying for tests. Like, yo era de la student that I would do Quizlets for my whole class and send them the link. Like, I studied with Quizlets, flashcards. I tried to make my notes as colorful as they can be. I was also an auditory learner, so yo aprendo mucho escuchando música. So I would just try to do instrumental music or música suave. No para yo ponerme a cantar mientras estoy haciendo mi work, pero just to focus more in, y no estar escuchando otra cosa, Vamos a seguir con the next category. Volleyball. How to stay focused in volleyball. Señores, a mí me llamaba la atención mucho en volleyball, en verdad. Porque yo relajaba mucho y de todo. Always listen to your coach. Always ask for how can you get better. Ask, hey, how can I improve in this? You Google, how can you get better at serving? How can you get better at diving? I used to play libero and outside hitter. When I was libero, that was a new thing for my school. I had to look how to dig, how to do the pancake thing, what did I need to cover in the court. Like, I just had to learn all that. ¿Cómo? Asking my coach, Googling it. Si había, por ejemplo, esto yo lo hice when I was outside hitter. If I knew if someone who had been outside hitter antes que yo, or was good at it, was better than me in that, or whatever, I would just ask her. Ask my coach, Google it, de todo. Watch volleyball games. I used to watch so many volleyball games because I wanted to be like them. I wanted to get better. Including my faith in this on my knee pads. I don't know if anyone noticed that saw me playing or whatever, but I always had A01. And I would get asked so many questions about what that meant, because first of all, your name doesn't start with A. Your number is on your jersey is not number 1. What does that mean? Audience of 1. What does that mean? I would always pray, like in my game, in the court, that I would not play to make myself look good, or like my actions so I don't look good, or my team or my school or whatever. My only audience was supposed to be God. I was playing to glorify him. Like in volleyball games, other teams would tell me the meanest things, like bad words, mean things, talk about my physical, talk about my height, anything. Would I respond? Sometimes, yeah, not gonna lie. I let temptation win there. But most of the time, I would not respond. Why? Because I was playing for someone bigger. I was not playing for their acceptance, for their validation. No, I was playing for God. Seguimos. Were you nervous at your first volleyball game? If yes, what are some tips that can help you? My first volleyball game, when I was in my old school, I just had private practices, I guess, with my coaches and whatever, because I would stay after just because I wanted to get better so bad. So when I got to dulos, I was not like ahead or whatever, but I was really good. So I started playing with the upperclassmen girls, you know? So I was in their first games. But I was definitely nervous because I was the youngest playing with the oldest. And I was the youngest in size. I was the shortest because I'm always the shortest and whatever. But I was so nervous. But deep down, it was always skill and mentally. I recommend the book Mind Gym porque te enseña a cómo jugar tu sport, pero how it's more mentally than skill, because you already got the skills, girl or boy. It's all your mind trying to play with you. That's it, trying to play with you. You already got the talents, the gifts. You already got the skills. It's just you playing. Like, no one can convince you you're good if you don't believe it in yourself. That's just how it goes. Okay, señores, eso fue todo por el video de hoy. Subscribe if you're not ready. Turn on the post notification bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. Follow me on all my socials, and I will see you guys next time. I love you guys so much.